The night pressed down heavily, almost suffocating. Clouds had swallowed the moon, leaving only darkness to stretch across the streets. Shadows twisted along the walls, moving like silent watchers, stretching across the attic ceiling. The wind whispered through the trees, brushing the windows, making them shiver. The house itself seemed alive. Every floorboard groaned quietly. Every corner felt like it was breathing. Even the smallest sound now felt enormous. Then the phone line cracked. Static hissed sharply into the dark. A fragile, trembling whisper came through. "Please help. I can hear him downstairs." The operator leaned closer to the headset, her voice calm but urgent. "Tell me your address. Honey, where exactly are you?" The girl's breaths were shallow, fast, trembling. Her words caught in her throat as another creak came from the stairwell below. A deliberate step, then another. Her hands gripped the phone like it was her lifeline, the only connection to safety. "He has the spare key," she whispered. "He turned off the porch light. I saw his shadow in the window just a minute ago." The operator's fingers moved rapidly across the keyboard. Units were racing toward the house. Every second now felt like an eternity. Her heart pounded in her chest as she climbed silently into the attic, dragging herself behind the insulation. The shadows of the slanted roof stretched over her like claws. She pressed herself as flat as possible. Every faint noise below made her flinch. "Do you have anything to block the hatch?" the operator asked. Voice steady. A paint. I can slide it over." The hatch groaned as it moved. Her hands shook violently. Every second, every tiny sound seemed to grow louder. Her heart felt as if it might burst. Below, the intruder paused, listening, then moved again. Door after door. The kitchen, the pantry, the hall closet. Each latch clicked under his hands. Every pause stretched the terror further. The girl's mind raced. Her breaths trembled. Her body was stiff with fear. Every shadow in the attic seemed to inch closer. The wind rattled the windows. The faint scratching of the trees sounded like whispering voices. The operator whispered softly, guiding her. "Breathe with me in for 3, out for 4. Stay hidden. Stay quiet. You are not alone." Her voice was a lifeline in the terrifying dark. The attic felt endless. Minutes stretched into hours. The faintest sound below could signal the intruder approaching. The floorboards squeaked. A shadow passed under the stairwell light. The girl pressed herself deeper into the insulation, heart hammering. Every second dragged every breath a struggle. And then she thought, "If I survive this, I have to tell everyone I need to stay alert. I can't let fear stop me." It was a thought that lingered, like a seed of determination. Even in fear, she realized this was her story now. The operator's calm voice kept her grounded. In that moment, she almost whispered to herself, "I have to remember this, and I have to stay safe. Don't miss a second, stay aware." The hatch trembled. Keys brushed against the wood. Her palms pressed over her mouth, stifling a sob. The operator whispered, "You are doing so well. Help is seconds away." Outside, blue lights flashed. Sirens pierced the quiet night. Boots pounded the porch. Voices shouted police. "Open up." The intruder froze, his shadow shifting. Then he bolted down the stairs. A door slammed violently. The line filled with sobs, fear, and the echo of sirens. Officers stormed the house. Shouts echoed through every room. They found her, curled behind the insulation, shaking uncontrollably, carried down the ladder into the blinding lights, safe but forever changed. On the doormat lay the spare key, beside it a muddy handprint, inches from her cheek, a reminder of how close the darkness had been. The night was no longer silent. The air buzzed with sirens and radio chatter. She stared at the handprint, breathing slowly returning. knowing if she had waited one more second, the hatch would have opened. The operator watched quietly, head set, still warm, her eyes never leaving the girl, safe now, but forever changed. Flashing lights painted the street. Sometimes the scariest sound is not a scream. It is the quiet echo of footsteps climbing toward you, and the thought that danger can return. Anywhere, anytime. Minutes passed. She could still hear faint creaks in the house. Every shadow seemed alive. Every distant sound suspicious. Her heart still racing. Hugging the blanket closer, she whispered to herself, "I have to stay prepared. Never miss." The next warning, "Stay aware." The dispatcher typed notes quickly. Units cleared the house. But the terror wasn't over. Somewhere else, someone else would call. Someone else would whisper. Someone else would need help. And when the next call comes, she thought, I need to be ready to know what comes next, to stay connected, never miss a second. Because this story is far from over. You will want to be here to witness it. The girl was safe. The intruder gone into darkness, but somewhere beyond lights and sirens. Another shadow waits. Another story breathes in silence. And when the next call comes, you will want to hear every word.